Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing my fall morning routine with you guys. We start out just waking up, more like me trying to wake up Bradley. Mr. Toad gives him some kisses, and he eventually wakes up. And we always like to start the morning by making the bed. Here I am opening the blinds and destroying Bradley's life. But we like to start making the bed, or I force Bradley to make the bed at least. But I firmly believe you can't have a good day unless your bed is made. Well, you can, but it just helps. So he eventually gets up out of bed. Look how miserable he is. And then we're gonna make the bed. I turn on the fairy lights, and yeah, just make the bed every day. And I add Mr. Toad, and he has a new friend, Ichabod, and they make me really happy, and they hold hands. Then after that, it's time to move to the kitchen to make some breakfast. I'm starting by lighting my favorite apple pumpkin Yankee candle, and then I'm just going to scramble up some eggs. Some days I make things more adventurous than eggs, but most days I just want to get it in my mouth as soon as I can. Wow, that's what she said. But I just want some eggs, so I'm just going to scramble up some eggs, add some salt and pepper, and just mix all that up. And then I'm going to take my new Pioneer Woman fall pan, get the fire going, and then I'm going to use this coconut oil spray because the Tone It Up girls say that this is the best for your metabolism, and I like the way it tastes. So I'm just going to scramble up my eggs. By the way, all of the dishware you're seeing pretty much is from the Pioneer Woman if you're curious. And I'm just going to plate that up, and I'm also going to have some of my favorite orange juice. This is from Trader Joe's, it's organic. They have a couple of different kinds of orange juice, but this one is my absolute favorite, and I'm just going to eat all that up. Then before I move on with the getting ready process, I like to make myself a cup of iced tea. This is my favorite peach tea that I just steep in some hot water. I just microwave a mug full of hot water and let that steep for about 2 to 5 minutes. And then once that's done, I'm just going to pour it over a tumbler cup of ice, and it's so good. This is my favorite tea. It's caffeine free. I can't do caffeine, so it's just perfect. And it's just nice to sip on while you're getting ready. Then it's time to take a shower, but I'm going to start off by plugging in my fairy lights in the bathroom just because they're pretty and they make me happy. And I'm also going to set the mood and make the room smell good by lighting my flannel candle. That was hard to say, from Bath & Body Works. Then it's time to get in the shower, and no, you don't get to see me naked, but I will show you the products I use. I'm starting out with my simple moisturizing facial wash. I love this stuff. It cleanses really well without drying out my skin. It doesn't break me out. I've been using it for years. Then I'm going to go in with my Kate Somerville Exfoliate. It's this really nice, like, green, cinnamon smelling, really good exfoliant that you leave on for a couple of minutes, and I love it. It's expensive, but it's worth it, I think. Then I'm going to wash my body with this Orchard Leaves and Blue Sky body wash from Bath & Body Works, which I love. And then it's time to dry off, and before I put on any clothes, I smother my body in the St. Ives lotion. Then it's time for other skincare, but first I'm going to put in some dry shampoo because I like to let it sit while I do my skincare just so it can like absorb the grease in my hair. That's cute. So just gonna do that and then throw my hair up in a bun on top of my head in a clip. Then after I turn on my curling iron, it's time to move on to skincare. This is the Clinical Care Skin Solutions Tones It Toner. I just spray that all over a cotton round and then just rub it all over my face. I really feel like this helps keep my breakouts at bay. Then I'm going to take my favorite eye cream. This is the Yes to Blueberries Firming Eye Treatment. It smells really good, and I just find it really moisturizing. I don't know if it does a whole lot of firming, but it just moisturizes, which is what I'm looking for, so I just put that all around my orbital bone. Then I'm going to brush my teeth, and I use the Colgate Sensitive Whitening Toothpaste. I've used it for years. My dentist told me to, and I like it, so I'm just going to brush my teeth, and then they're all clean. Then I'm going to go in with the Garnier Skin Active Clearly Bright Skin Moisturizer. It has SPF. I don't love this as much as my simple one, but I have it and I'm using it up. It's pretty highly fragranced and it kind of sometimes gets in my mouth, which sounds weird, but that's true. Okay, anyway, so then after that, I'm going to take down my hair and I'm going to spray some of this Tresemme Keratin Smooth Heat Protectant in it, just on the bottoms, just so when I curl my hair it doesn't fry it. Brush everything out with my Tangle Teaser, and then I'm just going to run a curling iron through my hair. If you want to see my hair care routine, I will link it up in the corner, but that's it for hair. I pretty much do this every day, and it's time for makeup. I'm going to start off with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, which I love, and I use it every day, and it's just really nice for your skin. And then I'm going to take a sip of my tea while that dries, and then I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Poured and Primed or something. I don't know. It's a primer, but it's a little sample, and I actually really like it. I'll list it down below. I'll list everything I'm using in my little makeup session here down below. Then I'm going to go in with my favorite Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Ivory, and since it's a little bit dark for me, I'm going to add in a little bit of this NYX foundation mixer in white, which I love. I'm just going to take my damp beauty blender, mix those together, and you can kind of make your own custom colors if any of your foundations are too dark. I love this NYX stuff. I highly recommend it. And I'm just going to buff that into my skin all over with my damp damp beauty blender. Then I'm going to put on some of this Rosebud Salve because my lips were feeling a little bit dry. Then I'm moving into concealer. This is the Naked Weightless Skin concealer from Urban Decay in the color Neutral, I believe. And I'm just going to put this under my eyes, down my nose, my forehead, my chin, just areas I want to brighten up a little bit. I love this concealer. I'm just using the other end of my damp beauty blender to blend that in. There's the word. This stuff is the best. It really is weightless, doesn't crease, doesn't feel heavy. I am obsessed. So I'm just going to blend all that out. Then I'm going to take my NYX Incredible Waterproof Concealer in Porcelain. This is what I like to use on spots or zits or anything like that, because it's a really good color match and it stays in place all day. It blends out really nicely, so I'm just going to pat over those with my beauty blender as well. Then it's time to set everything, so I'm taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder, which I love, dumping a little or a lot into the cap, and I'm taking the beauty blender again. I have been loving the damp beauty blender with the powder. I know it sounds weird, everybody's doing it, so I tried it, and I freaking love it. I love the way it applies. I love the way it sets my makeup. I love the smooth finish it gives. So I highly recommend trying this out if you haven't done so yet. Then I'm going to bronze using my favorite, the bronze brush from Marc Jacobs and the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which I'm still obsessed with. And I'm just going to, put it where you put bronzer, around your cheekbones, around your hairline, on your forehead, just bringing a little bit of dimension back to the face. And again, this brush is life-changing. Also bringing it down the neck. And I love this bronzer because it's not too dark for fall. Then I'm going to take one of my Makeup Geek contour powders, which I don't remember which one this is, I'll list it down below. Putting way too much of it on, so I'm going to blend that out with my Sigma contour brush. I'll have this link down below as well as my Sigma discount information if you're interested. I don't remember any of the names of these damn products, so I'll have them all linked down below. Then I'm going to move on to the eyes. I'm going in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette with a Luxie blending brush, and I'm just going to take this kind of lightest transition shade and just blend it out in my crease. I'm going to build up a little bit of color here. I'm going to take this peach transition shade and do the exact same thing, just keeping it in the crease pretty much. And then I'm going to switch to my MAC 217 brush and pick up this dark matte taupey brown color and just add a little bit more darkness to the outer edge of the crease. You know what I'm trying to say here. I'm not good with my words, but we're just going to add a little bit of that. And then I'm going to take that blending brush and just blend out everything to make sure there's no harsh lines. Then I'm going in with my favorite eyeshadow from MAC in a Real Techniques Bold Metals brush. This is All That Glitters, and I'm just going to add a little bit of shimmer to it because I just really love this color for any time of year, really. Then I'm going to curl my lashes and then go in with my favorite mascara, which is the CoverGirl Clump Crusher, which you've heard me talk about a million times, but it truly is my favorite, so I'm just going to give my lashes a good coat of that, or two. Then it's time to move on to my brows. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Definer instead of the Brow Wiz, which I don't love it. I don't love it nearly as much as the Brow Wiz, but I'm just using it up, and I use the color Taupe, so I'm just going to fill those in, brush them out, and then use my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel to set them. Then it's time for blush. I'm using this Marc Jacobs Air Blush in Flesh and Fantasy in this Sigma stippling brush and just kind of air brushing that out on my cheeks. I love it. And then I'm taking this Hourglass highlight, which is my favorite, in this Real Techniques brush and just kind of putting it everywhere, all over my face. This is one of their strobing powders, and I freaking love it. I'm literally putting it all over my face. I can't be stopped, and I won't be stopped when it comes to this highlight. I don't care. Then I'm taking a little bit of my Champagne Pop on one of these new Sigma contour highlight brushes. It's a fan brush, which I'm absolutely loving. Just adding a little bit more highlight, and then I'm going to go in with another coat of mascara, but this time with the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I really like the combination of these two. And after that, that is it for the makeup. Just my really easy, everyday, fall-ish makeup look. And then after that, it's time to move on to my outfit, which is so exciting. It's still pretty warm here, but kind of cooling off, so I'm going to go with this sweater material dress. I'm just going to slap that on, and then also slap on some men's deodorant. Yes, I use men's deodorant, but whatever. Then I'm going to put on some of my favorite body splash. This is Moonlight Path from Bath & Body Works. I've literally been using this since 7th grade, and I just literally take a bath in it. It's really light, but it smells really, really good. And then I like to mix it with a fragrance, and my favorite for fall is Marc Jacobs Daisy. This is like my favorite perfume. It reminds me of my birthday, and I love it. It smells so good. And then that is pretty much it, you guys. I'm going to grab my little satchel. I like to wear the Sam Edelman flats the best. I find them really comfortable, and I have these brown ones for fall. I'm going to grab my phone and my keys, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys. Just kidding, I'm not going anywhere.